Puppies, they have a lot of energy, as you're going to see with these two behind me. So we have 11, who's my brother's dog, and Luca, who just stole the bully stick that I left in the kennel that's Taylor's puppy. And basically in this video we're going to talk about alternative forms of exercise. A lot of people think of walking their dog as the best way to exercise their dog. It's not actually a very efficient way of exercise. It's great for stimulation as long as you're letting the puppy sniff a little bit. Don't let him sniff the whole time, but make sure you let him sniff a little bit. Well, one of the things that I like to tell my clients is that exercise is best sprinkled throughout the day. As humans, we're used to one workout in the morning, we're good all day long. Dogs sleep about 17 hours a day, and puppies sleep even more than that. So when they're sleeping, they're recharging their batteries, then they're ready to go, they deplete their battery, and then they sleep and they recharge. This is a cycle they do throughout the day. So one of the things I like to recommend people start is an exercise journal. Just get a spiral notebook, write the day at the top of the page, write down the time and how long the walk was, the time and how many up-downs on the stairs, the time and how many revolutions with the laser, fetch, scent games, things along those lines. So the exercise that I like to do, one of my favorites is what I call dog skiing. I put rollerblades on, I put harnesses on my Dalmatians, and I have them pull me from Santa Monica to Venice and back, and when they are exhausted. Most people can't actually rollerblade, or if you can skateboard as well, that also works. But if you're here in Nebraska, in the Midwest, in the wintertime, you're not going to be able to do that. So we need alternative ways of exercising. Walking is okay, but most of us don't want to go outside when it's really crappy. So a couple of things we can do, the stair exercise. What I do is I go to the top of the stairs, and make sure you do this if you have a large breed dog, especially with a big chest, that it has an empty stomach. So what you want to do, dogs have a distended stomach. It actually swings around like a pendulum when it's full of food, and it can actually twist, pressurize, and explode. So your puppy or your adult dog should not exercise unless it's at least an hour after they eat, especially for big barrel-chested dogs. So what we want to do is I go to the top of the stairs, and I touch the dog's nose with a treat, and I throw the treat to the bottom of the stairs. Make sure the dog sees you do that. When the dog runs to the bottom of the stairs, assign a command word that means to go downstairs. I like to say lobby and penthouse. Lobby meaning to go downstairs, penthouse meaning to go upstairs. So the dog runs down the stairs, licks up the treat, and I say lobby. Then I make a kissing sound like, puppy, puppy, puppy. That's not going to work for them. They're more interested in playing with each other. But then I make a kissing sound, or I hold the treat up, and the dog runs up the stairs, and I give it another treat, and I say the word penthouse. Do keep on doing this until when you throw the treat down the stairs, the dog looks at you like you're crazy, or it goes down and gets it and says, I'm not coming back up. Count each down up as 1. Once you find out what the maximum number is, then you want to exercise your dog 1/3 to 50% of that 3 to 5 times a day. So you might go to the stairs. Going to the stairs, you might be able to do 10 or 25 up downs in about 5 minutes. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Now, it's faster. Now the other thing, so do that a couple times a day, write it down. There we go, they're rambunctious, they're tired, we've been filming a lot of videos. So that's one form of exercise. Another one, we'll see if we can do here. Hey, you guys are a little bit too rambunctious right now, so I'm going to have to pick one of you up. Okay. And when you're doing this, be careful if you just pick a puppy up like this, because I make this puppy a target for the other dog. If you're actually having a dog fight, that can create a problem. Now, another one that I like to do is fetch. If your dog likes to fetch, it's a wonderful way to learn exercise because it's a pursuit game. Your dog's really running pretty fast. Now, another exercise is scent games. You could just go to Google and scent meaning the nose, not meaning pennies. And then one of my favorite ones to do is an indoor exercise. Doesn't work for all dogs. Is chase the laser. Now, some dogs, they chase the laser and it is unhealthy. They get too worked up about it. If you look at your dog and you're like, that's not healthy, don't do it with your dog. But if your dog, and some dogs won't chase it at all. We'll see if 11 does. So we're going to have Anna dim the lights a little bit. And I'm going to put the laser here in front. 11. 11. Well, of course, they're not cooperating, so let's go and bring the lights back up. So Luca's being a little dominant, and Levin's being a little bit submissive, so we're pulling him up here. So this is an example. Not all dogs like to chase it. Now, also another example, he's more interested in playing with her, and she's more interested in playing with him than chasing a little red dot. So if that's the case, don't compete. Let them play. This is why we have the puppy play group set up on Facebook, so you can create puppy play days, because this is the best way to exercise, as long as it's done in a healthy way. Now, a couple things with the laser. If you're going to use the laser, dogs learn through association. If every time it hears the click and then the little red dot appears, after a while they hear the click and they're looking for the red dot. So this one is a flashlight that also is a laser. So and it has a constant on. So it doesn't make the same sound. But if you get one, most traditional lasers make a clicking sound. So make sure you take the batteries out and click, click when you're watching TV or doing other things. The other thing is the dog, if you look here, now never put the laser in someone's eye, but if the dog looks up, it'll think the laser jumped up and went right here. So the dog looks at you, make sure you cap it like this, or turn the laser off as soon as it looks up at you so it doesn't provoke a response, or doesn't stop looking on the floor and just looks exclusively on this. The last little thing for the laser is everybody, when they pull out the laser, decides that they're going to be Henry Mancini, the conductor, and they go like this, big motions. Well, I can do it with the laser just like this without having to move my hand that much. And also, this motion can also become a command while the little red dot is around. So every once in a while, pull it up without having any batteries in it, or without it being on, and just do this so your dog gets used to that motion. Now, like I said, this needs to be done throughout the day. Yes, I'm going to put you on your back. Oh, okay, we'll go the other way. I just can't put you down right now because I think you and 11 are going to get in a little growly match. So basically, for the exercise journal, write down the time and how many up downs on the stairs, the time and how long you did the laser, the time, how long the walk was, and so on and so forth. And then write down if the dog has a barking episode. The dog comes up and is mischievous. A lot of times that's your dog's way of saying, I need some exercise. So the nice thing about the exercise journal, we go to the exercise journal and be like, oh, it's been longer than 4 hours since we exercised him. Let's do 5 minutes on the up downs on the stairs. And if you have kids, these are great exercises to get your kids involved in so they can help you exercise your dog. But I promise you, 10 minutes up downs on the stairs is going to be equivalent to about a half an hour or 45-minute walk for your puppy. Ideally, you want to get the exercise sprinkled every 2 to 4 hours. Some dogs a little bit more, some dogs a little bit less. Some breeds of dogs aren't super high energy. So we keep the exercise journal so you can find out how much exercise your puppy needs. Keep on exercising it throughout the day. Write down the times and write down when they eat, write down when they have accidents, noteworthy stuff. And at the end of the day, give the dog a letter grade, A through F. If it's anything but an A, the next day, add a couple extra up downs to each exercise, or add a whole extra game of fetch. And eventually, keep on playing around with those elements until you come up with an A+ behavior day. You're like, okay, now I know the cocktail or the recipe of success. And then how much exercise the puppy needs. But a lot of puppies that get in trouble are puppies that are under-exercised. It is fundamental for puppies to get at least an hour's worth of exercise a day, minimum. Higher energy breeds might need more than that. Luca, who's probably about 2 hours of exercise a day because he's a more active puppy. So just finding out what your puppy needs will really help you put your puppy in a position to succeed. Luca, do you have any more tips for me? It's like, no, yeah, put me down so I can run. Well, this is Luca, and these are some alternative ways that you can creatively exercise your dog.